All right, welcome back, guys. In this lecture, we're going to look at CSS display. Okay. So as usual, I'm just going to clear out this style, and let's just clear this out so that we can have a clean working space. Okay. Yeah. So I'll save and refresh our page. Boom. So CSS display. Now, essentially, there are two major kind of display in CSS. The first is block and the second is inline. Of course, there is a third variety they called inline block, but that's not what we want to look at now. So I'm just going to do a paragraph. So let's just say paragraph and hello world, and yeah, and then I'll save and refresh the page. So we have hello world right here. Now, block level elements, as we said in HTML, they take up the whole width of the page that they are on. So if I add another paragraph here and I say welcome, I refresh, you see it appears on another line. Okay, so these elements by default they display as block level elements, whereas inline elements they only take up the space they need. So an example of an inline element is a link. Okay, so if I were to create, like, say, two links, and this first one I'll say home, and the second I'll say about, and then I save. If I were to refresh this page, okay, I think I should just add a hash here to make it a dead link. So hash, and then I'll save. Okay, I know what happens here. My link property is here, so I'll just comment all of this out. So control, and then I'll save. If I refresh this page, basically you see that the home and the about they display on the same line. So basically the home is only taking up the space it needs, while the about is taking up the next available space. So this is an inline element, while these are block elements. Okay, so for some reason, if I say p display, so the default display for the paragraph element is block, right? And then I'll save. But what if I wanted to hide these elements, paragraph tags? Basically what I'll just do is I'll say display none, and then I'll save. Now if I refresh the page, you see that these two paragraphs will disappear. So I'll refresh, boom, and we don't see these paragraphs again. Okay, so but for our links, these links we have here, I can say something like a, and I would add display, and I'll set the display to block, and then I'll save. Now what do you think would happen? Now it's displaying in line, but now I'm setting it to block. What do you think will happen? They will display on two different lines. So I'll refresh, and as you can see, they display on two different lines. So that's basically the difference between block display and inline display, or inline level element. Okay, all right. So there's one more thing I want to show you. Now for this display none, some people can say visibility and hidden. So I'll save this and refresh the page, and of course you can't see the paragraph tags. Why? Because the visibility is hidden. But do you notice that they actually take up the space where they are positioned? So that's the difference between visibility and display none. Display none takes the element out of the flow of the page, but the visibility just hides the element. In other words, it just makes it invisible, but it's still there. Okay, so So that's it. So I'm just going to set it back to display none and none, and I'll save and I'll refresh, and as you can see, it's out of the flow of the page. So that is about display in CSS. Thank you so much for watching this lecture. See you in the next one.